Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today we are going to continue on with some grammar, some parts of speech. So I'm going to share my PowerPoint. All right, so yesterday we talked about adjectives, verbs, and nouns. Let's move on. Today we're going to talk about conjunctions. Conjunctions are words used to connect two sentences or phrases together. So when we have two clauses of a sentence, I know it's been a while since we talked about those. We're going to talk about those tomorrow, but you can connect them with a conjunction. So remember fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So those are the most common conjunctions that we use in our writing, and they join two main clauses or two complete sentences. Both parts of the sentence can stand alone. So remember, like if we have a sentence that says, I like popcorn and I like cake, both of those sentences can be sentences on their own. I like popcorn, I like cake. But we connected them using a conjunction and made it one longer sentence. Then we have subordinating conjunctions, and they join a main clause and a subordinating clause. So only one part of the sentence can stand alone. Although, because, even though, except, if, once, since, so that, unless, until, where, and while. Although I like popcorn, I like cake better. Can you just say, although I like popcorn, as a sentence? No, that's not a complete sentence. It doesn't make sense by its own. So you have to finish the sentence and with a subordinating conjunction and another clause. Okay? Then we have correlative conjunctions, and that just means you have to be careful to make sure that you're using words that go together pretty much. So both and go together. The company deals in both hardware and software. You wouldn't say the company deals in both hardware or software, because if it's both, it has to be and. Here you can say either or. I will eat either carrots or peas for dinner. You can't say I will eat either carrots and peas for dinner. That won't make sense, because if you're saying either, then you're saying either or. Same thing with neither and nor. Natalie likes neither milk nor cream cake. Whether or. Do you care whether we have noodles or rice for dinner? Not only, but. He not only studies hard, but also works well. Such and that go together. It's such a tiny kitchen that I don't have to do much to keep it clean. Scarcely and when? Scarcely had she entered the room when the phone rang. And no sooner did he enter the room than he saw a snake. So you have to make sure that your conjunctions are correlating. They're going together so that your sentence makes sense. All right, next we have adverbs. Adverbs describe a verb. So it tells you how often, when, where, how much. It tells you about that verb. I never run. So that's telling you how often do you run? Never. I always run. How often do you run? Always. I went on a run yesterday. Tells you when you went on the run. So it's going to modify your verbs and tell you how that verb was done, or where, or when, or how much, or whatever. Okay, so comparative and superlative adverbs is just like the comparative and superlative adjectives. You just have to make sure that you're using the correct word. So comparative adverbs usually use more or end in er. Superlative adverbs usually use most or end in est. These adverbs are used to compare one item to another or one to many more. So, for example, Patty worked blank than any other actor in the play. What's it going to be? harder. Patty worked harder than any other actor in the play. Scotty can kick the ball farther than all the other children. The tree we planted has grown taller than our house. Clyde told his story most convincingly to the principal. Ooh, that one's tricky. Yeah, convincingly, I think. Because convincingest is not a word. Convincinger is not a word. So you got to add ly. My baby brother is the sloppiest kid I have ever seen. Johnny is the strongest person on the entire football team. The fluorescent bulb was brighter than the incandescent bulb. The lifespan of a bunny is shorter than a horse. Shelley was prouder than ever before for her math award. The roller coaster is scarier when you close your eyes. Or more scary? I would say scarier. You got to drop the Y and add IER. Okay, then we have prepositions. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun and another word in the sentence. So, with, at, from, into, during. My cat is on the table. He's on. The preposition would be on. It's telling you the relationship between the cat and the table. Let's see. The boy walked through the door. The preposition would be through. Let's see, what's another one? Well, here's some examples. So we have the preposition, and that is the word that tells you like where, the relationship between the noun and the rest of the sentence. So a prepositional phrase is that preposition with the whole relationship. In the beginning, the princess was locked in a tower. So the preposition is in, and the whole prepositional phrase in the beginning. Before the fall, after the brutal fight, at school, down the aisle, the bride walked down the aisle. So the preposition is down. Down the aisle is the whole prepositional phrase. Okay? We'll do some more practice with these on Seesaw. And then the last one we have for today is interjections. An interjection is a word used to express feeling or emotion. So it's kind of like an exclamation. Hurrah, I have passed the exam. Wow, that's really great news. Wow and hurrah or hooray are the interjections. Or if you say, ah, there's a monster, that is an interjection. Okay? All right. That's all I have for today. Tomorrow we're going to go over parts of sentences, and we'll keep on with some grammar. I will post an activity on Seesaw, so make sure you check it, okay? See you tomorrow.